Hey, what's going on guys? This is Mike and in today's video we are going to watch another highlights. This time the Monaco GP which was happening yesterday and where I had interesting experiences. I will talk about that a bit later. First of all, I promised last time I will make a video about PAG matching, but I came to realize I don't know enough information about the whole thing, and I didn't want to make an inaccurate video about the whole stuff. From the last time on, I was promising myself I will make videos only about the things I know, so I can make them the best on my channel, like all the time, or at least that's what I'm trying to do. It will be Hungarian this time, hope you guys don't mind it. Also, we are going on a usual 10 speed, and I have to mention, I got 6th place as you can see, and I had the 28 fastest car for this race, so that 6th place was a real treat and a real surprise. I was very happy to it. My strategy for this race was let's go to the front somehow, let's get a good start, and then let's protect the positions. As you can see, I'm coming up to P3 after the start, and all I have to do is defend now. If I can defend on this position and if I can make an advantage of that one stop, because obviously at Monaco you only have to do a one stop. Even in real life or even in games, no matter which games you are playing, doing a one stop is very important because if you're doing a two or three stop, you might be stuck behind traffic and you might lose out a lot compared to the others. That's common knowledge for everyone who is racing in Monaco. So as for this race, I have a weak car, so what I said before. So defending. I should concentrate on that as much as possible. It's very difficult to overtake here, maybe the most difficult ever, even in GPRO. So this is some of those races where there could be a huge surprise. As for me, of course, and of course as for others as well. If you are seeing the distances under like 9 laps, I got 16 seconds of disadvantage. It can be timed that the guy's car is way faster, not to mention his driver might be even better. So getting this much during a lap is quite. I got used to it, let's say that. It's also quite important to watch the tire manufacturers as well, because as we can see, in the first 6 there are 5 Yokohama tire supplier or tire user, only one Avon, and if you are looking at the top 10, Yoko is still dominating the whole field by 7, only 2 Avons and 1 Dunlop. Yokos are usually very, how should I say that? If I can use the word famous, then I will use the word famous. So it's a famous tire manufacturer in Pro because it's relatively cheap and it's giving you a balance between dry and wet. Also, even though its durability is not so good, the price is something which is making it very appealing for people. Those little letters on the right side under the incident, it might be different. Like technical failure is still technical failure. Worn tires are still worn tires. So like B, if I know correctly, M is a mistake, driver mistake, and I think everything else is the same now. At this point, I came to realize my medium tires might not last long. As you can see, Yoko's durability is not so high, so you could miscalculate quite much to the point where in the last 4 or 5 laps you have to complete it with worn tires. As you can see, the two guys in front of me are having worn tires already. You will see the time as the time is changing. I got closer to them and I immediately did a better time than Istvan did at the second place. He's coming to the pits, as most of the people. And as you can see, to Peter Kandel at the front, I came up quite close as for time. And I'm being first currently. They seem to do a one stop or or a delayed two stop. I mean, it's not delayed, but it came to the front. I don't know how, or I don't know why they did that. The main thing is that I'm on a one stop, as you can see, and the guy behind me being very close is doing a two stop logically, so he will be very quick. This is the drawback of the two stop, what you can see now. I'm holding him up and he can't overtake. I'm having less fuel than him, so this is helping me. Even though my tires are worn, it's very difficult to overtake on this track. So I'm holding him up and I'm making him regret doing a two stop currently. This is where the factor is coming in point. I'm even holding up Alfonso at the third place. He didn't stop yet either, but he's faster than me as well, so he's being held up quite much. Pablo and Miguel got worn tires. Their times will be slower, and as you can see, finally the French guy overtook me. And as you can see, he's pulling away from me. I'm trying to hold on like so much as hard as possible, but here is something interesting. I have worn tires like Alfonso. Many of them chose the worn tires, even though they could have choose the hard tires. It's way slower. It's like way slower than the medium this time. So it's important to choose your tire correctly. I'm coming at the halfway point. 24-second pit stop is very good for me, even though it was the slowest pit stop in this group, in this race, so it wasn't the best. And I made a mistake. There we go. Uh, every time I make a mistake, last time I made 3, this time I made 1 so far. So I might be losing out on some positions thanks to that, and I need my tires to warm up. Yokos are warming up in quite a good way for this season. So 1-2 laps are enough for a one tire, which is good. Warm, I mean not warm, warm. So this is good. The biggest drawback I have now that I'm having lots of fuel, and thanks to lots of fuel, as you can see the timing, I'm going 2 seconds slower than the ones in the front. Even though some of them are doing only a one stop, that's still the case. As you can see, I'm being aided. There are 3 people who didn't stop yet, and the second and the third are on worn tires. They are doing a different kind of strategy. As you can see, our time 22.9, 23.6, and I did a 23.3. So as you can see, the worn tires are giving that much of a disadvantage. 23.1, 23.6, 22nd 2, 23.1. Like you can see the time on the top. And I'm pushing as hard as I can, at least my driver is doing that. Because since they are having worn tires, thanks to that, it's important. And there he goes. Istvan came in again. He's doing a two stop, and we can see how Istvan will do while the race is coming to the end. So far, Ahorda is leading the race with two stop, so he utilized it. He has a very strong car, like he's having the 6th or 7th fastest car in the group. So if he's not being stuck behind people like he was stuck behind me for a while, he can utilize it and he can make it the best. As you can see, Ishan is being 9th and he's coming up behind me soon. I'm leading a train. As you can see, I'm being 4th and I'm leading the train behind me. This tactic for him is not seeming to pay out too much. Only the 1st and only the 8th did a 2 stop so far in top 10. And here is the thing, I can say choo-choo because they can't overtake me. Istvan is slowly coming up. Yes, he caught up, as you can see behind me. Like he's the 8th and I'm the 4th. He can't overtake at all. He's losing the race here. My fastest lap was quite okay in this group. I didn't expect my fastest lap to be that good, but as you can see, thanks to the train, it's working out quite well. In front of me, dude is losing for some reason some time. Even though he stopped quite late, he stopped at the 51st lap, which is quite weird. I think he's going on hard tires if he managed to do that. With mediums, I don't think it was possible, at least in my point of view. And with my car, with my stuff, with my driver, I was, I was very much praying that my driver is not going to make a mistake and I can just finish the race without any problems. Still 10 laps to go. Anything can happen during these 10 laps. Like, I think too much. Too much can happen, unfortunately. If my driver is making a mistake now, then it's over. There is no chance anymore to overtake these people back because they are way faster than me. And a usual problem was coming up, so-called the tires in the last 3 or 4 laps will be worn. As it was worn before the first stop, it will be worn before the end of the race. It's quite logical if you ask me, at least in my point of view. As you can see, I'm doing quite competitive times, 21.8, 22.0. These are quite competitive times, and Ishan made a mistake behind me, which was good for me because one less people to attack me. If he's overtaking me, the guy overtakes me behind, I'm being 5th. This is still a great result. And he made a mistake as well. So from here, I was hoping he won't catch up again, and even if he's catching up, he won't be able to overtake. So thanks to that, the guys gave me the 4th place with those mistakes, and now I'm on worn tires, so I will be slower and slower, as you can see here. And I finished at 4th place. Beautiful result, as you can see the final results. This is a result I didn't think it's possible, but it happened. So I was Mike with another GPRO video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, then write a comment. If you like the video, then like the video. And if you want to see more videos, then please subscribe to my channel. See you guys next time. Till then, take care of yourself and goodbye.